that meeting, maybe at 6 o'clock. Terry and I need the council for about a half an hour to discuss pending or threatened litigation. That's the purpose for closing it.
Which meeting in July is that?
14th. So we'll need to make sure that that's noticed properly. And this is nothing new, so we need advice from council before we proceed. The second item I wanted to discuss briefly was the 2015 budget plan. Last year we had 2 council members on a budget committee, subcommittee to work with staff to come up with the preliminary budgets that were briefed in August. And since we're rapidly approaching July, just wondering if council wants to do that again, and if so, who would like to participate in the subcommittee?
Did you find it at all beneficial?
It's always beneficial for staff to know what the council's intentions are. The other option would be is if you just gave us a goal to try to meet for September. We could put budget information in front of council in August as well. It's just, I think it's often helpful to run it through all of the details with a couple of council members, rather than try to do that with everybody, but we can certainly do it however you wish.
I'll be happy to do it again.
And you would prefer afternoons?
Please. For home Thursday.
I wasn't one of them last year, but I did like the way the information flowed out afterwards, after you guys went through that, so. I don't know if we want to do it again with Hunter, or want somebody else to do it. I don't know what my schedule.
I think the staff, I believe the staff should put it together and then bring it to the council to talk about.
The entire council?
Right?
The entire council? Rather than the subcommittee? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's more beneficial to everybody.
Do you want a workshop?
We'd have to do a workshop.
Is that the council's pleasure?
That was fine with my was last year.
As am I.
You might have a couple afternoons. Wouldn't need to meet more than 2 or 3 times at most.
Yeah, that, I think I might,
Okay.
so.
If council's okay with that? The mayor and council member Hansi?
Sounds good.
Yeah, and certainly if we have ideas or thoughts or goals, like you mentioned, all the council, I would assume it would be appreciated if you knew of those things early.
Very
in
much.
the process, yeah.
Very much.
So,
Especially
Yes.
since we all understand that, goals are something we strive for. We may not be able to achieve all of them, but it's good to know where everyone's coming from, what your expectations are, what you'd like to see, so we can do our very best to meet those. And if we can't, at least to be able to say it was considered and why we might not have been able to meet whatever goal it was that we were looking for. Okay. Lastly, the Highway 43 project. We provided these maps. This is from the contractor. Met with the contractor last Wednesday. McHugh Excavation out of Alaska. I think they're going to be very good to work with. They have a very personable approach. They believe in communication early and often. They believe in meeting face to face, but also conducting work by email so that it's in writing. They are proposing basically a three-phase, although it's only a two-phase operation on here. Phase 1A, Phase 1B, and then on the backside is Phase 2. Phase 1A would be from Jesse Street to the bridge, basically, even though it shows here only the Highway 16. So they're going to start in the southern section. They're going to start mobilizing on Wednesday, this Wednesday, and they expect to break ground next Monday. The reason they're starting in the south is because we know that there's contaminated soils. Our preliminary data indicates that we can reuse most, if not all, of those soils. But if for some reason they open it up and they find that that's not the case, they want to start on that end first, because it'll take the most time. That's where really the most unknowns are. We also have a transite pipe, which is asbestos, almost 300 feet of it. That has to be removed, bagged, cut, and then hauled to a special dump facility. So again, because of those two things, and also because they want to get in and get out of the elevator's way as soon as possible. When they complete Phase 1A, they'll move to Phase 1B, which is basically from the Lutheran church here up to the bridge. They intend, when they leave one section, when it's completed, that section will have almost everything done. It'll be paved with the first layer of asphalt.
Really?
And it'll be like somewhat open, at least to local traffic. So by no means are we expecting the whole project area, almost 1 mile of it, to be opened up. We're going to do it in these sections, and when they move on, it's going to be pretty much done.
So it's gonna be a while before the north end bridge will be closed.
September 1st.
Roughly. Everybody wants to pin these guys down on dates. It's really hard to say, when they're gonna get there.
He was impressive. I think they'll do a good job.
I do too. I think you had the same impression that I did. The way that they talk, they'll go out to a business owner and say, sidewalk needs to come out and get reported this week. What's the best day to do it? And then we'll try to work that into the schedule. They may not always be able to do it, but if they know about it, they can do their very best to try to meet that. So it's really important for business owners, folks living on the street, that are up and down the corridor, to let them know the special things that are going on.
And then they'd have 2.5 crews.
2.5 crews,
One working on the sewer, one working on the water.
and then the subs, and then the half crew doing the other stuff, hauling garbage. They're gonna reset mailboxes for those folks that need it. So that's Phase 1, Phase 1A and B, and then Phase 2 will be the middle portion. He said that he saw no reason why this can't be done by the project timeline, which is November 15th. I assured him that if he wished to finish earlier, that would be okay. And when he asked for a date, I thought, I don't know, July 1st. So, I don't think we're gonna quite get that, but we're gonna get a good effort, good crew, and it's gonna be important that people work with them. Like I said before, communicate with them.